Good morning. Let's go to the gym. It's so early.
Today is Monday, February 27th.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Gabby. I am a New York City based life and style content creator. I'm also a PhD student at NYU studying pharmacology, and today we are starting a work week in my life vlog, which I don't do them often, but when I do, good stuff. We are starting the week off strong. Got up, went to the gym, made breakfast, had a really good avocado toast, and I made it with soft-boiled eggs, which, chef's kiss. But now I'm headed into lab. We're gonna get the day started. I have happy hour tonight with some friends, and it's also supposed to like snow sleet, so that's fun. Really great for everyone, can't wait. That's New York in the wintertime. Cool, let's get it. Hello, good morning. It is Tuesday morning, obviously, and I just woke up. It's like 5:20-ish, and we're gonna do some skincare, but wanted to update you because it's been a minute. Yeah, yesterday was pretty basic. I don't know if I like Mondays. Maybe that's not the right way to say. I feel like Mondays are super productive, and I have my weekly meetings with my PI on Monday, so it's a good time to just like reset and figure out, you know, what data I got the week before and what I want to do this week. So it's just a good like planning, rescheduling, refocusing day for especially like for lab things. So those are always good, and yeah, so that went well, and I have a good idea of what I want to get done this week. And then other than that, like I pretty much just like schedule my week, and then I make my presentation for my meeting, and then I sometimes do experiments. I did a lot of cell culture yesterday. If that means nothing to you, basically, I do biomedical research, and at this point in my PhD, I'm pretty much just doing full-time research, and I do a lot of cell culture, and it basically just means that I keep cells culturing and growing, and then I do experiments on them, manipulating genes, manipulating proteins, treating them with drugs, and seeing what happens to them, like very basically, but that's what I do. I've been doing a lot of TC actually, a lot of cell culture, so a big chunk of my day is usually put towards that. But yeah, yesterday was a pretty basic day, nothing super wild. And then I got dinner So it was supposed to be a happy hour that turned into just dinner with some of my grad school friends, who I love. They're great. And sometimes you just need to like be with other fifth years and like complain. And it's always nice seeing them because we kind of started the journey together. So also I should definitely just, why am I only talking? Gotta do my skincare. But it's definitely nice to like all get together and check in. What else is happening? Oh, and then I came home and I painted my nails because I don't know, the look of bare nails just, especially like because I'm always like taking a photo with my thumb in it, I just don't like I always like having my nails painted, which got really expensive. And then I started doing my own, so yeah, went for a blue color. Very pretty. I like this color a lot. It's good for winter. And then I went to sleep and got up, and here we are. Today, what do we have today? I don't know. I gotta look at my schedule. I usually do that after I make coffee. I always do that. But I know I have lab meeting at 9:30, which is kind of annoying, and I need to check my email because maybe my boss moved lab meeting because it's currently like sleet snowing outside, which is so weird. I feel like 2 days ago it was like 60 degrees, and now it's like snowing. You know, New York City babes can't figure out what she wants. I get that. But I doubt it. I think I still have to go to lab at the normal time. And I think I'm actually gonna go in a little bit earlier, basically once the sun is up and I can actually see the sidewalk. But yeah, that is kind of the update. That's what we've been working with. And I will update you later. Oh, wait, I have lab meeting and then a normal day of stuff, and then Annie and I are gonna grab drinks at the Penrose. So, usual day. Hello friends, what's up? It is now Tuesday evening and I'm about to make dinner. I got back from lab a little bit early, but I left a little bit early today. We had lab meeting, which was very long, but it was all good info, learned a lot. Great questions and everything, but yeah, now I'm home and I'm going to make a little bit of dinner. I'm gonna preheat the oven, I don't know, to like 350, I guess. Yeah, 350, that sounds good. We are making bell pepper nachos, which are really good. Basically where I just switch out like typical nacho chips with mini bell peppers. It's good. And you get all the nice flavors. I don't even know what I want to talk about. I feel like whenever I'm like in a period of time where I'm cooking a lot, I have to go to the grocery store like every single day to get like random stuff. But like today I realized I didn't have any taco seasoning, so I went and got the Siete taco seasoning for the ground beef. So basically, what are we doing? What's happening? I've got some ground beef here. I'm gonna use the other half of the avocado that I cut in half yesterday. Romaine lettuce that I'll put on top. I've got tomatoes, hot sauce, cheese, and then of course, we need the mini bell peppers, which was yummy. So I'm gonna chop these up, and I basically just do aluminum foil I think I need to buy more of. Oh no. Yeah, so I'm like all out of aluminum foil, so I guess I'll just use parchment paper. That's okay. Cutting board. I think I want to call my dad back. He tried to call me this morning, but I left earlier than I usually do, so I had to hang up on him. Sorry, Dad. They're coming to visit this weekend though, so I'll see them soon. My brother's currently playing a tournament in Arizona, so that's fun, but actually I haven't watched him play golf in a while. But I think he was like doing pretty well. Tied for 5th out of 119, so it's pretty impressive if I do say so. It's funny because my dad tried to get me to play golf and I was horrible, like genuinely bad. And like, it's okay. He tries to say like, oh, you weren't that bad, you just weren't that into it. And I was like, no, Dad, I don't think you understand. Like, I know myself and I know like I wasn't into it because I wasn't good at it. Like, we're fooling no one, you know what I mean? What else is going on? Oh, I never got to talk about Emily. So I went to see Emily. I've seen it twice actually. Equally as great both times. Definitely recommend. It's always really interesting after I go and see movies because I always check the like letterbox reviews. If you're big into movies, or even if you're not and you're just like wanting movie ideas of things to watch and what's popular right now, it's an app where you can kind of review and track movies that you've seen. And the comments were so mixed. I think because it's technically not a biopic, but I imagine that Emily Bronte, so it's about Emily Bronte, who is an author. She wrote Wuthering Heights. I believe she's British. She was British. And the movie's not a biopic. Like, it's not marketed that way, I guess. Well, I don't know if you can really not market a movie about a real person, not as a biopic. But it is not intended to be thought of as accurate, I guess. But there are a lot of negative commentary about it, of which I think is valid. However, I didn't know anything about Emily Bronte. So I was just taking it as like, this was the fact of her life. So I felt like I got to watch it with giving it a little bit more breathing room. I've not read Wuthering Heights. I didn't have to read it in high school. And I've just, never been like, let me read Wuthering Heights. But I kind of want to now. And they didn't like how I guess they portrayed Charlotte. And I think a lot of those criticisms are valid. They make her really jealous and kind of mean. And she's just not very nice to her sister. And, Emily's like, made to be this kind of odd, socially anxious character who doesn't like meeting new people. And, like the town people call her like the strange one and all that, and Charlotte like frequently throws it back in her face when she's upset. As much as they do that, I also think I think personally they do a really good job of making like a realistic female character who has intense, complicated emotions, and it's okay to be a bit harsh or upset or resentful. Like, I think those feelings are valid. They're not very nice, and like obviously you want to be a good sister, a good sibling, and treat your siblings with kindness and understanding and not throw things back at them. But I think all of us that have siblings know you will be literally the worst to your sibling. Like, you will be so mean to them. You will literally tell them that they're stupid and ugly, but you are ride or die for them. No one else is gonna say a word about them without you saying something about it. And so for me, it was kind of I don't know. I feel like her brother also made a very good point of she's resentful because you don't seem to be as fazed by standards that she does, and she wants to be perceived by others in a certain light and to be able to achieve things within a certain system, and she resents you because you don't do that and you enjoy your life. And I don't know, I just feel like it gives depth to her character. I think in fact it would be worse if Charlotte was written to be very much having had lost her dream, not be pursuing her dream, and then just written to be like happy and okay with that. Like, I think it's actually more interesting that she is resentful and she is upset and she does kind of butt heads with Emily in that way, because I think previously in like a lot of movies I see where this happens and like the older sibling has to make certain decisions because they're the oldest, they then are talking themselves, like they talk the audience into why that was actually like a better thing for them. And I actually like that in this movie they don't make Charlotte do that. So I don't know, I just think there's lots of things to think about. I thought it was a very well done movie. It's beautiful, the score is insane, it's so good. And yeah, I finished chopping my peppers, so I hope you enjoyed that. Long ramble, but yeah, I would recommend. It's really good. Emma Mackey also, incredible. Chef's kiss, love it, so good. In an extremely annoying turn of events, my cheese was molded, so I ordered off of the Gorillas app, which I haven't used in so long, honestly, but they're bringing me cheese, Ziploc bags, and black beans, which I also didn't have. So, you know, it's money I didn't really want to spend, but you can't really do nachos without cheese. Am I right? I think I am. Even if I'm wrong, I think I'm right on that. Just waiting for the delivery person to get here, and then we shall have our nachos. The lucky thing is I've already made the meat, which is the longest time sucking part of it, because then you just put them on the bell peppers, toss it in the oven for like 5 minutes to toast it up and to melt the cheese, and then you can eat it. So what's happening back here? Oof. Well, Puff gone wild, you know. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We've got the package, got the non-molded cheese, some Ziploc bags, and some black beans. So literally just gonna put these two on top, and this is nice because it's got the, what's it called? You know what I mean. It's got the thing so I don't have to use a can opener. If you know, you know why that's funny. I'm gonna sprinkle on the cheese and then we're gonna have our nachos. Yummy. Okay, bye. I got really nervous, so I Googled it. I don't know why. Okay, very colorful plate happening. Just gonna toss on a little lettuce, and we've got our nachos. Yum. Good morning. I picked up some of my laundry yesterday and I need to put it away, so we're gonna do that really quickly. Honestly, this is the best decision one can make. I haven't folded my own laundry in like 2 years, so doing great. But yeah, good morning. It is Wednesday. I am up. It's like 7-ish, like 6:50, and I am just putting the clothes away. I'm gonna do a workout class after work. I'm excited. I haven't been in a minute, so that should be really fun. It's like a pop dance class. I used to go all the time before the pandemic, and then I've been back like off and on, but I'm excited to go. I really like the instructor, he's fun. But in the meantime, I have to go into lab. I haven't looked at my schedule for today yet. I think it's gonna be a pretty basic day anyway. Well, I also made breakfast, which I don't think I showed you, but it's just like the usual fruit, granola, honey, yogurt bowl situation. So, super tasty. I don't know what kind of piles I've got going on. It's kind of all over the place. Cool. I'm gonna put this away, get dressed, and then we're headed out for the day. Cute. Did I say what day it is? It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hello friends, what's up? It is Wednesday evening and I'm about to go to sleep. It's like 10 o'clock, so gonna wind down. Yeah, I just wanted to check in. I haven't really vlogged all day. I was filming a day in my life TikTok, so if you want to see what I was up to today, you could go to my TikTok and check that out. But I figured I would just pop in and say hello. Also, I don't think I ever showed you the new books that I got. This past weekend, I went to the new McNally Jackson location at Rockefeller Center. It was super nice. I love all their locations really, but I picked up a few books since I basically had like a full-on photo shoot in there. I felt like I needed to, I mean, I was gonna buy books anyway, but like, I felt like I needed to stock up on some options, you know? The first book I got was My Sister, the Serial Killer. This is honestly wild. So I started reading this one first. It's my new commute book. It's pretty, it looks pretty short actually, so I should finish this pretty quickly. But it's wild. So basically, the main character's sister is a serial killer. She keeps killing her boyfriends. And it's wild. Like, I'm like, how is this happening? But the next thing that I got was Funny You Should Ask. This is a romance novel. It's about a writer and a movie star. So naturally, I'm gonna love it. And then I got White Girls by Hilton Els. And I've heard really good things about this book. I mean, the Chicago Tribune says this book will change you, so we'll see. Freewheeling and dazzling, tender and true, it is one of the most daring and provocative books of recent years, an invaluable guide to the culture of our time. So, bye girls. And then I'm reading this currently as well. This is like my nighttime book. It's 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think by Brianna Brianna Weist. Sorry, I didn't see the IE. I fear I may be in my like girl boss era, so, and I know this book is like super popular just for like Instagram and like aesthetics, but the essays in it are actually pretty good. So, but I got a good mix of options, and honestly that's the kind of book haul that I love, because we're multifaceted individuals with lots of interests, and I think the books that we read should reflect that. So anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep now because I'm tired, but I will see you in the morning. Yeah, it's like, what's that saying? Fool me once, shame on you, shame on me. Okay, no.
It's a thing that for you I would've put it all on hold. Now I'm playing in the sand till it turned to gold. Midas hands, but we all grow old. Can't have my soul, let my heart turn stone. Guess I gotta say it twice, it ain't my fault. Every little thing got a price, that's what I thought. That's what they taught. Yeah, I'ma take my chance till I drop. You know this ain't the time for the two of us. I ain't got space to be thinking about growing older. Got my thinking, me and you. Guess it's over. It was a rainbow, but was sinking. Lost my you. I might come running back when our hearts get back on track. When the stars line up, that's that. I've been attached, just looking out. We move so fast.
Hello friends, I'm currently editing this video and I realized that I didn't do a sign off, and that is the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed. I will see you next week, and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new here and enjoy this video, especially if you made it this far. I mean, clearly we were vibing, so hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the Week in My Life video, and yeah, follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more content, and I will catch you next week. Bye.
When that boss now, heard you sold your soul on Macari, got you call lacking. Now I'm next door at the party while you jaw jacking. You know it's Rashad and the rarest in the raw fashion. I'm still trying to figure how this all happened, huh?
You know this ain't the time for the two of us. Ooh, I ain't got space